Hi, my name is Achilla and I'm the founder and lead game designer of Ironblood Games. I wanted to make this introductory video to our channel to just welcome everyone and let them know where Ironblood Games kind of came from and who I am, a little bit of my past. So this is the title of this video, which is Hello World. So a little bit about myself, other than the fact that I am the founder and lead game designer of Ironblood Games, I'm also a professional level designer that has around 3 years of experience as of the year 2025 June, and I've been working for a professional support game development studio called Kevru Games LLC. But in Ironblood Games, I usually take on all game design, level design, UI, UX, and production responsibilities, while I offload a lot of the technical responsibilities to my teammate, who I will introduce soon in the forthcoming videos, because he's a bit shy and he's got a lot of imposter syndrome, so I'm working on him. Anyways, Ironblood Games kind of came to be, the journey to the creation of Ironblood Games is a little different and was kind of born out of necessity. But before that, let me talk a little about my past and how I came to want to work in the games industry, which is that I've always loved great stories. It's always entertained me, and I really liked to read books when I was very, very young. And eventually my parents got me a game console called a Sega Mega Drive. Now, for a kid from Sri Lanka at my age, as young as I was, it's kind of not very common to be allowed or be bought a game console and to get into the world of games, because there was more of a pressure for us to just focus on our studies and grow in our academics and achieve things in that side. But fortunately, because of the background that I was brought up in, my parents having to move from country to country, they thought me and my siblings being stuck at home in the various countries that my parents went to work at, it was probably a good idea to allow us to have something to entertain ourselves. So video games became like a big part of my life, and I really started enjoying playing games and kind of experiencing their stories, so on and so forth. So a Sega Mega Drive onto a GameCube, and eventually I got an Xbox with a game called Halo. And I came across Halo at a friend's house while I was in the UK studying as a middle school student. It just blew me away, and around the time I was introduced to Halo 1, Halo 2 was just around the corner and it was just about to be released. So my friends said, why don't you get it, right? So I went to my parents and I kind of made a deal with them and said, if I get good grades in these upcoming exams called the SATs, will you allow me to buy an Xbox and get Halo 2? And they agreed. I ended up getting more than enough grades, surprising my parents, and I basically managed to get my hands on an Xbox as well as Halo 2. Now on Halo 2, there was this documentary disc called The Making of Halo 2, and when I watched that video and I got to see the journey the team at Bungie had from the end of Halo 1 to the creation of the story of Halo 2 and the kind of the challenges they had trying to get it made, as well as the good times they had when they made breakthroughs, and finally the sense of accomplishment and that the team had when they finally launched the game and it became a big hit and everyone's playing it. And I was enjoying Halo 2 to the maximum, so it hit me a lot, and it basically I made the decision then and there that I want to work in the game industry. I wanted to be part of these teams. When I was a kid, I really wanted to work at Bungie, but that dream is dead. I guess because the original team that I love is no longer part of what is Bungie right now. But I digress. The decision was already made at the age of 13 to work in the games development industry, and however the journey to get myself into it has been a long and difficult one, simply because that I'm not our family was never able to settle properly, like in the UK or somewhere in the West. We had to come back to Sri Lanka, and the challenges of the fact that things aren't as easy to come by when you're in Sri Lanka is it stopped me from for a long time to establish my roots in the games industry. Eventually I got an opportunity to go to university in the UK, and I took up a degree in computer games development, and I learned all the skills that I needed to make games under the tutelage of some good professors, and I got the fundamentals or understanding of how to make games and so on and so forth. But luck wasn't with me again. There was at that time a government leadership change, and they kind of messed with the post-study work visas, meaning that students who came just at the start of when I started my degree weren't allowed to get these post-study work visas, which was critical to kind of getting your foot in the door into the industry. I had to come back to Sri Lanka again, and I looked around, and Sri Lanka really doesn't have a games development industry. So what can I do now? A suggestion was made that I just do a second degree, kind of learn some other field, and I decided instead of another field, I'll just learn everything to do with interactive multimedia and kind of just have a robust skill set around everything interactive multimedia. And that's what I did. But while I was in that degree, I met with some amazing kids that are now my friends, and they all wanted to work in the game industry just like myself. Like, they had aspirations for it that unfortunately they just didn't know how or what options they can have in reality, because again, no one knows about us, no one knows about the talents that exist within this small island nation. So I kind of pitched the idea, why don't we make an indie development studio and let's get some games made. So a couple of them agreed. We ended up registering and setting up this game studio, and here we are. Years later, we came up with a game idea, and we've been kind of cooking it for the longest time, slow and steadily, while we kind of did our other jobs and supported our families. And finally we're ready to kind of ramp up our public side of things and let people know about what we've been making and what the game is all about. So in the coming videos, we're going to be talking about a game that is now nearly at a demo stage, and I welcome everyone to subscribe, follow us in our social media links. I'll drop down in the descriptions, and thank you for watching this video, and hopefully this will be the start of something really exciting, because I'm super stoked at getting Iron Blood Games finally off the ground. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is me, Achila Mahotige, signing out. Bye bye.